Hey everyone, welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Sorry, that is actually my chair squeaking, by the way. I'm not just defecating on camera here. Um, so due to a game change, it reset us back down in San Francisco, which was our home. So I'm going to start by making our way back up to Washington. We've still got a few places we need to visit there, so we're going to head up to Bend, I think, with this home accessories package first. Hope you're all doing well. I'm doing okay. Need to go and pick up my trailer. Why is it so far away though? Yeah, that one. Okay. Okay, it is just quite far away, I guess. There we go, put some lights on. Oh, what the hell? I don't even know where I'm going. Do I need to go? Okay, we need to just work this out. Okay, right. Okay, I think I smacked into that thing. Got enough lights on this thing, haven't we? We should be okay. Hope you guys doing okay. It's been a little while, actually, since we had a American Truck Sim. Here we go. Game. Mostly, well, I don't know really why. I've still got a few things to do in Washington, so I guess it's just my own, like, sort of, yeah, I have this real kind of like attention span deficit at the minute, where I'm struggling to kind of like finish games, you know? I think everyone has it at some point, don't they? Nothing's quite grabbed me, you know, apart from probably Skyrim. Just adjust my microphone a little bit there, so I can actually sit up a little bit more. There we go. That's better. Okay, hopefully that wasn't too traumatic for you guys. But also another reason why I like doing these trucks in videos, as you guys well know, is because, well, firstly, it's just a very relaxing game to play. It's actually looking pretty nice at night around here, isn't it? San Francisco. Yeah, is because it gives me a chance to not only just, I guess, chat with myself about stuff, but also just kind of muse on thoughts and stuff like that, I guess. Has there been an accident up here? Looks like there has, yeah, look. Oof. Oh dear. Hope those guys are going to be okay. And yeah, you know, I kind of like to do that. Musing on my thoughts and giving you a bit of a clear mind. Never underestimate talking to yourself about stuff. It's quite therapeutic in a way. I know people do it all the time. You know, people used to talk about like, oh, it's a sign of madness talking to yourself, etc., etc. But in reality, it isn't. What it is a sign that you're thinking through decisions in a sensible, sane way. Yeah, I've got some decisions to make, I guess, because I was at work today. For those who don't know, I work in a cinema. I'm a deputy cinema manager. A nice kind of little cinema, a very small cinema compared to what I usually have worked in, but it's a really nice, lovely place. Really enjoy working there. The work is not what you would call demanding in the same way that a kind of regular cinema can be, with its kind of more non-stop action. But it's got, you know, it's got its moments. And there's a lot of scope for kind of, you know, improvement and doing things, I guess, and stuff like that. So it does keep me busy, but it's perhaps not the most demanding job in the world, to be honest with you. I don't finish the end of a work day and be like, oh, that was so tiring, to be completely honest. But that's just the way it is. Some jobs are like that, aren't they, really? Who the hell just hit me? I don't even know what I hit then. I genuinely don't even know. I think it was this tram line. Wow. Thanks, San Francisco. Anyway, yes, I've been working there for about 6 or 7 weeks now. Just did training for like 3 weeks as well. So, oh my god, it is literally, yes, it is this bloody tram line. I'm going to move in the other lane. Yeah, so I haven't been with the company long, coming up to 3 months, I guess. But enjoying it so far, definitely. But then today I attended a meeting, and I got a little bit worried at first. I didn't know why I was attending this meeting as such. It was with someone who was like, oh yeah, I'd really like to meet you, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, cool, no problems. I had to go to Cambridge, which is a nice place, by the way, if you've never been. I had to go there for the meeting. And then turns out that there was another kind of, the CEO of the company was also there as well. So I'd already met them a couple of times actually before, so that was fine. I kind of know them quite well. Yeah, they offered me a promotion basically already. I'd only been with the company for 3 months, which is good. It is good. Obviously, that's a great sign whenever you're anywhere. That I guess you're doing a decent job with what you're doing, and you've kind of, I guess, impressed the right people, as it were. That I can help. So I was trying to get around this corner properly, and look at that cheeky little station wagon there. Honestly, and I didn't. They just kind of appeared there. To be fair, that was not my fault. Where the hell? Oh, it's in here. Let's wait for the bus. Uh-oh. You, sir, you're going to need to not move. Oh, that's unfair. That's just flat out unfair. Yeah, but it's obviously, you know, whenever someone offers you a promotion, my advice, never accept it there and then. Like, not from some point of view of like, oh, you know, play hard to get whatever, try and get more money, etc., etc. Just on a point of view of like, in any decision you're making, which is in some ways life-changing, even if it's a little bit of a change, always take a little bit of time to think about something, whether it's a night, a day, you know, a week, whatever it is. You know, no one's ever going to turn around and rescind a job offer because you want to think about it for a night. Like that just doesn't happen. If they do, then you should, you know, you've probably done the right thing in not accepting it, because it probably means that you weren't necessarily the first choice, or they didn't necessarily think you would be able to do the role properly, and maybe weren't that keen on asking you in the first place, which is fine. So yeah, and it's great, but obviously with any kind of promotion and stuff like that, there's lots of factors to think about. For me, it's crashing into telephone poles. No, I jest. For me, it's a bit farther travelling because it's at a different site to the one I'm at, busier site, so obviously it's going to be more going on. It's not something I don't think I can do. But Jesus Christ, you know, there's always factors to kind of play in with that. So it's a bit of a longer commute for me to get to work. Probably about an hour and a quarter to the kind of 40 minutes that it is now. So almost nearly double in a way. I can't see the traffic lights unless I go in this view. So that's something to think about, because, you know, I'll be losing an hour a day to travel basically from what I am now, which kind of sounds, I know that kind of sounds silly, but it isn't insignificant, especially if you have a busy life. Like that hour, you know, is an hour you're not spent with your partner, or you're not spent, you know, doing a hobby you like doing, or something like that. And sometimes that can weigh on your mind a little bit, and if things weigh on your mind a little bit, then you can start to get resentful of stuff, and that's not a good position to be in, especially if you are going to be the you know, the manager. which is what my position is, that they want me to actually run the whole cinema. So yeah, it's good news, and I'm really happy. I am going to accept the position, but I'm not taking it lightly, if that makes sense. I'm not thinking like, oh yeah, I'm going to breeze this, it's going to be easy. I don't at all. But you know, some of the things which have had me in good stead, I guess, you know, in this channel, some of the things it's kind of taught me, I guess, to do this doing this channel about myself are things which, you know, stand me in good stead in the kind of world of work, in a way in which, you know, things are like the kind of dedication, determination to do something. You know, I've stuck with my channel. Of course I enjoy it, but I've stuck with it, you know, despite not having the growth that some people would have, despite not having the views, despite, you know, not making much money at all from it. You know, I've stuck with it. I've got that kind of determination and that, you know, not giving up kind of challenge or attitude. And also the organisation of it. You know, I put up a lot of videos. I have to be organised and use my time efficiently and effectively to record videos, to post those videos, and do all that kind of stuff. So yeah, you know, people having a YouTube channel is not necessarily like the easiest thing you can do in the world as a hobby. If I wanted to do it easier, I just would play video games, you know. It's a lot easier. Even though I've managed to kind of get my recording and my you know, the making of the videos down to, you know, a level where it's pretty simple for me. I don't edit, I just record, so I can literally just record and go. You know, the time it takes me to make a video is the length of the video, which is really nice, because some people have to spend hours editing and doing all sorts. So I know when I have edited, there's a good feeling comes from it when you do create something that you're very proud of, obviously. And but it wasn't something which I really enjoyed as much, or B, had the time to do. There's an argument to be said for, you know, putting less videos up but have them, you know, edited. I have thought about that a lot, but I generally feel like for me and my channel personally, it's better for me to play the games I want to play, you know, record them and post them, rather than, you know, spend time editing that I don't really enjoy when I could be playing games as much. So yeah, it seemed me in good stead for and taught me a lot about myself, because I always felt like I was quite an unorganised person, but I don't think that's actually the case. And I think a lot of people who think they are unorganised are not. They just have to find a style that suits them. So sometimes you can have things set up and someone will walk in and be like, oh my god, I can't believe how messy you are. Oh my god. And it kind of annoys me sometimes, because I'm like, I'm not messy. I just have a different organisation style to you. Like, there isn't one way to do everything. You know, maybe I have like piles of paper on my desk or whatever, but the fact of the matter is, I know what each of those piles are. I know where those kind of papers are gone. You know, just because I don't necessarily have them in different coloured folders, which are all, you know, set up neatly in a filing cabinet somewhere, doesn't mean you're not organised in what you're doing. The end factor is what counts, and you know, that's kind of the important thing. Being unorganised is, you know, like literally if someone says to me like, oh, can you grab me this, you know, bill or invoice or whatever, I know exactly where it is and where I'm going to. So that's, you know, the kind of important things there. People have different ways of doing things. There isn't this kind of set specific. Where are we going? Are we going under the bridge? How odd. I'd never been this way before. I didn't even know there was an under the bridge. There was an under the bridge. How fascinating. It's that little blue thing as well on my monitor. Not my monitor, but my monitor. Oh my god, there's a tunnel. Leaving San Francisco. What is that little blue thing? W pass. And now we're going on top of the bridge. I'm thoroughly confused about that bridge. And of course there's a toll coming up, right? Or not. Maybe there's a toll to go on the top of the bridge, but to go under it with the servants, you don't have to pay anything. I have to sleep soon. That is for sure. There was actually a... Ooh, stop, I've gone the wrong way. In real life, never do this maneuver. You will die. Or at least be fined a lot of money. I bet this is Euro Truck Sim. American Truck Sim, sorry. Not Euro. Disgraceful. So yeah, exciting, but also nerve-wracking times, I guess. Sometimes it's good to challenge yourself, to push yourself. I've often thought throughout my career, well, not necessarily throughout my career, but certainly within the last 10 years or so, I've needed to be more ambitious than what I was. It's been a bit of an issue to kind of turn around and be like enjoying the comfort zone a bit too much, and not necessarily pushing yourself. And there is something to be said for doing a job and doing it well, and being able to enjoy a life outside of a job. And I don't mean that my promotion will mean that I don't have a life outside of the job. It will probably mean that I'll be having to do little bits extra outside. I'll be on call a lot more, as in people will be expecting to reach me. I'll be a first point of call for a lot of people if there's an issue. Cinemas are often open like long periods of time, and you want to be reachable by people if they have a problem. And it will definitely mean that I have to adjust my style of management, because I'm coming from a place where I'm being a bit more hands-on at the minute, because that's just it's quieter and stuff like that. And then maybe the new job is more about taking a step back and managing a bit more and looking at the bigger picture and stuff like that. All those other buzzwords that people use on there. But that's cool, because I enjoy that. I definitely enjoy that. I'm very analytical with what I do. I'm very I like numbers and figures and doing that type of stuff, and kind of working that out, coming up with solutions to problems as well. I'm pretty good at doing that sort of stuff. So that sometimes is what running a business is about, as well as having people skills, which hopefully I have. I'm not perfect by any means, but I can often judge a situation and know how to act or react. I try to be very professional at all times with people. Sometimes that can come off as a little bit uncaring, if you like, in a way. Like sometimes people can feel that, but being professional isn't about that. It's in some ways, like, being professional is about treating people the same way, making sure that you're not favouring other people, making sure that people are focused on the work that they have to do. Kind of keeping it that way. I've seen too many times where, I don't mean like everything has to be about work and all that kind of stuff. You can't ever ask someone how their day off was or anything like that. It's just about work. But Like sometimes people can be very, not necessarily like meaning to be unprofessional, but just bringing in habits which can be unprofessional, and then that will affect stuff, you know. It's a trap people can fall into. Really need to sleep, but I don't see where on the map that is going to be an option. We're going to Bend, Oregon, which is where the studio is, isn't it? Sony Bend, who did Days Gone. Yes, down here. I had to really think about where I was going then. I'm this bad in real life with sat-navs, to be honest with you. Unexpected event on your route, manual adjustment. Oh, for God's sake. I don't know where I'm supposed to be going here. I might be having to go right. Yeah. Yeah, Days Gone was an interesting game, actually. I haven't finished, I haven't got anywhere near to finishing it. I don't know if I ever will, either. But there was something about it that I just quite enjoyed, and I did play a fair bit of it, and I didn't record any of it, because I knew it wouldn't be that type of game. Firstly, you know, not that relaxing. Oh, shit. Well, what am I supposed to do here? Go around? Yeah, we can go around. See you later, suckers. Oh no. They blocked the road for a reason. They blocked it for a reason, guys. How are we going to get around this? This idiot spilt his load, isn't he? Okay. It's time to go a little bit off-road, guys. Here we go. Ah, yeah. That's right. No one's stopping me and my load getting to where it belongs. Apart from maybe me falling asleep at the wheel and crashing horribly. There's a sleeping place over there, but I can't get to it. That's the problem. I have to hope there's one coming up on this side of the road. I don't need petrol though, at least. I tell you what, since moving out of London, I've probably refilled my car with petrol more times in the last couple of months than I have in the last 9 years, in all honesty. And God damn, that's expensive stuff. If you're in the US, you do not know, or even like Saudi Arabia, you do not know. Like, oh, for God's sake. There should be someone to sleep at the way station anyway, at the very least. Sometimes is. I know I'm getting tired. I know. Way station. Yeah, I think... Thanks. I think we can park around here. Park up, have a sleep. Be quite nice because then it'll be daytime. Yeah, look, these are parks. Yeah, cool, okay. I'm down with this. This works out well. Or not. God damn it. I'm trying to sleep, game. We're going to make no money on this trip, by the way. We've already spent like a third of it just on crashes. Just me, or is this like an Amazon rip-off? Okay. Well, anyway. As I was saying, Days Gone, yeah, it was quite a good game. I enjoyed it, but it's not gonna be up there with the pantheon of like great Sony exclusives, is it? Unfortunately. Guys, I want to sleep. Trust me. I don't have insomnia. I have... There's a police car there. I saw him just in time. I have not been able to stop anywhere to sleep. Omnia. I think my personal favourite of Sony exclusives, as in Sony PlayStation exclusives, would be Spider-Man. I thoroughly enjoyed that game. I thought it was brilliant from top to toe, basically. I can't wait for them to make a second one. I would find, like, I think I said though at the time, like, it would be interesting what they do with the second one, because for me they got the city so they did such a good job with the city that you're like, how are they going to improve on that unless they open up more districts, etc., etc. But for me, I think that was the best, like, PlayStation 4 exclusives. Maybe I'll do a little video, like the best exclusives of this generation, you know, once Death Stranding's out, because I feel like that could be up there. To be fair, we're also going to get The Last of Us 2, but I feel like maybe I should make an effort to play The Last of Us 1 a bit more, but it never quite caught me, if that makes sense, with everything about it. And listen, I got that it's a great game. There's been a few games out there, and I'm sure, you know, God of War is another one. People will say God of War was their favourite of, you know, this generation. I get it. I can see why it's a great game. I just personally didn't enjoy it. And people might be like, "Oh, you must have been playing it wrong. You must be this, must have been that." It just, for me, the character of Kratos just didn't appeal to me. The combat as well didn't grasp me. I thought it looked beautiful. I'm not saying it's bad and I didn't enjoy it, but it just didn't grip me. If that makes sense. I really need to sleep, but there's nothing on this fucking road. It's killing me. I'm just gonna bomb it down here and try and find the nearest place. Yeah, some people will say The Last of Us, and The Last of Us, again, like God of War, didn't quite do it for me. In terms of, you know, Sony PlayStation exclusives, for whatever reason. Because it kind of should do, because I like that post-apocalyptic vibe. I didn't enjoy the combat that much in it. I enjoyed some of the settings. And I think, I'll be honest with you, I didn't enjoy the fact that the kind of the characters as much as I kind of should do. Again, didn't quite grasp me. And I never played Uncharted. It's funny, I'm talking about like how much I like Sony PlayStation exclusives, but maybe I don't like them that much. Maybe I should get an Xbox next time. I wouldn't get an Xbox though, just for the simple reason of Spider-Man. I think, like, when Spider-Man comes out on the PlayStation 5, I want to be there for that. Do you know what I mean? Microsoft, it can't offer me anything on an Xbox for the simple fact that everything will come out on PC. So why on earth would I want to buy an Xbox? It would literally make zero sense. So I think Microsoft are okay with that. Like, some people might turn around and be like, "Oh, that seems like terrible business because they're not going to sell Xboxes to PC gamers." Well, they never were going to, were they? Let's be fair. Like, no PC game. Like, if you're a PC gamer, the chances are, I'd say a very small percentage of PC gamers would own an Xbox. In reality, because there's just the games aren't there, are they? if you compared and contrasted Xbox exclusives to Sony PlayStation exclusives, then you will be nowhere near the mark. You know, the ones which stick out for me: Sea of Thieves, which I enjoyed, and it was a beautiful looking game, but the reality of it was there was not enough content in there. They didn't get out content quickly enough to keep it afloat. Excuse the pun. Oh, I can finally sleep. Oh my god. Ah, oh, thank the Lord. Yeah, they are beginning to get content out. There's a lot of people championing the game, but trust me, games like that, they're dead if you do not get that out. Okay, we need to go around here. We need to park up. For the love of God, man, I need to park up. Yeah, if you don't get that content out quickly enough, you're dead. It's almost like an MMO, and MMOs, you know, have a particular set of I completely pressed all the wrong buttons then. MMOs have, you know, a unique kind of set of fans which want a lot of gameplay, a lot of systems and everything like that from their games, and if you don't give that to them, then your MMO is dead. It doesn't matter if it looks amazing, it doesn't matter if it you know, plays amazingly. If it doesn't have the content they want for essentially hundreds of hours of gameplay, then it's not going to happen, and it needs to be constantly updated in there. And yeah, that's, you know, just kind of the way it goes, really. I've completely forgot what I was talking about. Oh boy. Oh god. What's going on with all these accidents today? It's carnage on the roads of America. Carnage, I tell you. But yeah, so I would never get an Xbox. And to be honest with you, I was thinking about getting a Switch again with Zelda coming out and a couple of other games, but I kind of, you know what, I was on the Game website. Game, for people who don't know, is like the UK version of GameStop, in that it's basically, well, it is really the only like physical like video game shop you can still find, because most of the time people are either buying digitally or online because it's just cheaper. But there is still something to be said, obviously, if you want to buy console hardware, etc., etc. Walking into a store, you know, midnight releases. Well, not even midnight releases, because people just download it nowadays and they literally have it at midnight. They don't have to leave their houses. But I guess sometimes people want to obviously resell and stuff like that, and you can't do that on digital copies. So I was thinking of getting a Switch, but I was like, you know what, £300 is not bad value, because it came with, I think it was Mario Party, which I wanted, and it wasn't the improved battery life one, so it came with £30 of eStore credit. So you can either choose the extended battery life one, which is $2.99 with Mario Party, or you can have the non-extended battery life one, and you get what's it called? You get £30 credit, or if you get the extended battery life one, you don't get anything. You get the extended battery life, I guess. And for me personally, I never really played the Switch like in handheld mode. I quite liked actually playing it on the TV, and I obviously recorded a lot of stuff that I played. I did play it in handheld a bit, but I was always near a charger, so it didn't really worry me too much. But once I put it in my basket, so that was $2.99, which is like, okay, fine. And then I want Zelda, and that was £50. And I was like, £50 for a remaster? Like, people talk about Bethesda, you know, racking up the money for like Skyrim, but Jesus Christ, 50 quid for, you know, Link's Awakening, a remaster on Switch. Then I was like, well, I don't like the Joy-Cons as a controller. You know, when you put them in the little docking bit, with, you know, for a controller, I don't like that as a controller. It's not comfortable. I can't play like that. So I was like, okay, I need to buy a controller, and I'm like, well, you have a choice. Unfortunately, shit, I missed the exit. I think there might be a car behind me. Shit. This is a great drive. We've really done a fantastic job. We've done just a stunning job here today. Where on earth are we going? Holy moly. Okay. We actually did it. Beat it. Guys didn't think I was going to do that, did you? Well, I did. Oh, God. Anyway, I was talking about the Switch. Jesus Christ. This is some shocking driving going on today. So yeah, I put in a car in there. I was like, okay, well, I have a choice. I can either go wired controller, which is like 20 quid, or I could go for a wireless controller, which is, the PlayStation Pro controller, which is like £55. I'm like, is this where we're at in 2019, where a wired controller will cost you £20 and a wireless one will cost you £55? Don't get me wrong, the Pro controller is a very nice controller. I used to have one. So I sold my Switch. I probably should preface this. I used to own a Switch. I sold it because there were no games I wanted to play, and I still think that was a good idea. But my God, and so then once you put that in, then suddenly that's over £400. So a wired controller on one game plus the Switch is like over £400. I'm like, £400? Let's think about this a second. This is for a games console. You can get an Xbox for like 180 quid with the Game Pass. And they want that much for a Switch, which isn't even as powerful as an Xbox. Now, don't get me wrong, I know the Switch is good for many reasons. I used to have one, as I said, and there's some fantastic games on there, blah, blah, blah. But, geez Louise, man. And don't say to me, oh yeah, but you got the Switch Lite, because I can't get the Switch Lite because you can't put it in a dock, which means I can't record it, so it's of no use to me, really. This is nice. This is cool. And I was just like, you know what, there's no way I can justify that. I might have the money for it, but how can I justify that? I've been wanting to get a new processor for my computer for a while, and I'm looking at it going, oh yeah, but it'll cost me about £400 or £500, and I'm like, it will make things much better and run fast and stuff like that, and I'm like, but I would spend that on a Switch and one game. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Nintendo for me, if you're a diehard fan of Nintendo, obviously it makes sense to pick it up, but I feel like they're almost like the Apple of the gaming world at the minute, where everything they have just commands a massive premium. The Pro controller is a really nice controller. It's not worth £55. It's as nice as an Xbox controller, which you can get for like 35 quid. Like, it's £20 overpriced, in my opinion. Legend of Zelda coming in at £50. That's insane. That's honestly insane. It might well be a fantastic game. And do you know what? I was thinking about this with the reviews of it, because I was like, well, maybe I'll wait to see what the reviews are if they're really good. But I was like, well, what I'd like to see a review of is I'd like to see a review from somebody who previously played Link's Awakening. I'd like to see a review from someone who never played Link's Awakening, and I'd like to see how they contrasted, because I think a lot of people will be looking at it through nostalgia tinted glasses, and will be like, oh my god, this is so great, took me back to my youth. And as someone who never played the game, it ain't taking me back nowhere. So yeah, what I want is a decent game, and I look at it and I go, yeah, it looks okay, but it also looks pretty basic. And I'm looking at it going, I kind of understand what aesthetic it's going for and where it's going, but in reality, it's not going to be Breath of the Wild, is it? It's not Breath of the Wild 2. So yeah, I mean, when Breath of the Wild 2 comes out, I will 100% get a Switch. No doubt, because for me, I can justify it for that. But for a game that I'm like kind of wanting to play and check out, but I'm not that keen on it, especially not the price it is. And then a couple of other games coming out this year, which I'm interested in, but in reality, I'm like, do I really want to? Then yeah, it kind of passed me up. When you think about, that £400, that will probably be the cost of a PlayStation 5 when it comes out next year. Hey, we're in Oregon. There's no way I can justify that, spending that on a Switch. No way. So I didn't, basically. Who knows, now I've got a promotion at work, maybe I'll spend my money on the Switch. Spoilers, I won't. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, if The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening comes out and it's like the must-play game and everyone... Even then, though, I just don't see it happening. Do you know what I mean? I see it happening as in, like, I see owners of Switches getting it and having a great time. I see, massive nostalgia Zelda fans having a great time with it. I can't see what it is going to attract new gamers to the platform. And I don't think it's there to do that. So, I think it's one of those ones where, like, if I owned a Switch, I would probably be like, yeah, I'll get that because I've liked Zelda games that I've played a lot. But for me, like £50 for essentially a remake, nah, I'm good, thanks. Skyrim Remastered, or Skyrim Special Edition was free on PC if you owned Skyrim, which everyone does. Like, everyone owns Skyrim. We are just bombing it around here at the minute. I've never been around these parts, by the way. This, for me, Oregon was the best expansion American Truck Sim has ever had. It beats Washington, and I like Washington a lot, but Oregon is just fascinating. Like, it's absolutely stunning. Now, we're going to go down and around, right? Yeah, down and around. Yeah, it's up there with one of my favourites from Euro Truck Sim, which was France, Vive la France. I thought that was a really, really nice expansion as well. Even though I'm obviously being English predisposed to despise the French and everything they stand for. It's in my blood. A lot of people don't realise this, but actually the English and people think like the natural enemy of the English are the Germans, but the reality is before World War One, England had like zero beef with Germany whatsoever. We have, however, had beef with France for hundreds of years. Like hundreds of years. Yeah, going back to Napoleon. Fuck you, I'm bypassing it. Oh, I can bypass it, okay. Okay, I've got to pull in. I missed the way station? Okay, I'm going to get fined. Unless I go in this one. Which says no entry. Yeah, okay. Well. I've made like no money today. Just thought you guys would like to know that. Yeah. Don't know if I'm going to be able to make the payments on the truck. I've only got 47,000 in the bank. That's actually not a lot. I see a lot of people play Euro Truck Sim and they have millions, and I'm like, yeah, I really don't play it enough to warrant that. Oh, nice bike, dude. But yeah, I do think Oregon is the nicest expansion in this. So yeah, so I'm not getting a Switch anyway. I think I spoke about it in my channel update video and was saying like I was going to get one, but as I said, once I put all those into my bag or into my basket, I was just like, no, I can't justify this. I'm being an adult. I'm not spending £400 £100+ on toys. Computer hardware, on the other hand, absolutely. Nah. But to be fair, there's plenty of games coming out. This is now where we start getting into crazy season. Although, one thing I don't think that many people have said, because it's not really in their interest, whether it's games magazines or whether it's YouTubers, this isn't really that silly a season this year. There isn't really that number one like killer game coming out. I think there's a lot of like, kind of quote unquote AAA games coming. I don't feel like many of them are gonna blow the doors off for anybody. For example, Shadowkeep for Destiny 2, I'm looking forward to that. I don't feel like that's going to change anybody's life and be like, oh my god, that's going to be so good. Borderlands 3 came out. Don't feel like it set the world on fire in any way. Ghost Recon Breakpoint will be the same. I don't think it will set the world alight for anybody. There's plenty of games coming. I just don't feel like there's that killer game, that must-have game. I think Game of the Year is going to be really interesting this year. I personally don't feel like we've had that many games this year that have been like of stellar quality. Sometimes you get games and it's like you just know and you're just like, oh god, yeah, this game is so good. I feel like this could be the year that like kind of like a smaller indie game might win it or something like that, depending on what's come out. I can't even remember like what's come out this year, to be completely honest with you. Control could be up there, I guess, for a lot of people, although I don't think it will be. That's probably done quite well. So I don't see something like Breakpoint getting like Game of the Year personally. From what I played of that game in the beta, like I enjoyed it, but I was like, this is really like an amalgamation of Division 2 and did Division 2 come out this year? I think it did actually. That for me, that would be my Game of the Year so far. I think Division 2 came out at the beginning of the year, didn't it? Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I feel like that would be my Game of the Year so far. If it came out this year, which I think it did. God, I can't remember. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it did. I can't remember though. Can't wait to do those videos, Game of the Year videos. Everybody disagreeing with you, even though it's just an opinion. It's actually not that bad, to be fair. I think everybody on my channel is like pretty chill about stuff like that. I think everybody realises that people have opinions. When you see like the big, IGNs and GameSpots, things like that doing, people just go crazy as if it actually means anything. Yeah, I like watching Game of the Year videos because I'm interested in what other people's opinions are. Not because I want to validate my own opinion, but I'm interested to be like, oh, that's interesting. They really liked Celeste or something like that. I'm like, oh, that game never clicked for me, but I can see if you're a fan of that genre, all the good things it does. That's really interesting. But some people feel like their opinion's wrong if other people don't agree with them, and so they get angry. And it's not. At all. These workmen are doing no work as usual. Oh my god, how slow is this truck? It's kind of a beautiful night though, to be fair. It's a bus. Shit, and then he went backwards. What's this car doing? Is it even moving? Ah, I guess it wasn't. It's a nice view. Workmen actually doing some work. Fascinating. There's a police car as well. End of roadworks. Yeah, but I've enjoyed jumping back into American Truck Sim. We're going to head back into Washington next episode and check off those places we missed. I said at some point I'm going to do a really long one. Maybe a little celebratory, like, I don't know, once we hit like, I think 7,000 subscribers is my next landmark. Maybe we'll do something like that, do a nice long one. From like top to bottom. North to South America. Not actually South America. World War II Veterans Historic Highway. Okay, interesting. I'm going so fast. Okay, we're just 5 miles away. It's a majestic looking truck though, isn't it? Might get a new paint job at some point. Because that is just a fantastically stunning truck. Markets are changing, we are adapting. Of course, we've still got an update for Euro Truck Sim coming this year as well, I believe. I think we've got one coming, and when have we got one coming? I think it's going to be November/December. I think they usually do one around then. It's going to be the like Romania and into Turkey, I believe. The Black Sea update. Should be anyway, I think. Because we just had Beyond the Baltic Sea, which took us a little bit into Finland, I think. Yeah, Finland. Bit of Russia, like Moscow. A little bit of Russia, not all of it, or else that would be ridiculous. And like, I want to say like Latvia, Lithuania, those sort of places. I think that took us there, yeah. Which is nice, but it'd be cool to go to Turkey. Like, I hope it has Istanbul. That would be incredible. Because Istanbul, again, is like virtually Asia. Oh, I'm going left, guys. You can't stop me. Wait, you can find me, but you can't stop me. We have been reckless today. To be fair, getting out of a big city like San Francisco is always fraught with danger. Always. Especially when I can't drive to save my life sometimes. Okay. Okay. If we play it safe. Do you know what? I'm going to skip it. I don't need that grief in my life. Cool, we got 10,000. If we want to... Oh, we've got new items. How far is the nearest shop? 125 miles, yeah, I'm good, thanks. We're going to finish up there today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Next time, we will we're here in Bend. We need to head up, we need to hit some of these. So, Omak, Rankuli, Colville, Wenatchitami, Yakima, etc., etc. We've still got loads of places we haven't visited. I'd like to visit them all one day, potentially. But till then, guys, thank you for watching. It's been my pleasure, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.